welcome back to my channel. My name is Laura, and today I'm doing the 20th Century book tag, and this I originally saw on April Maximus's channel, and I thought it was really neat and interesting to do. What you do is you say a book for every century, so from 1900s all the way to 1990s. So I have a list of 10 books, and 5 of them I have read, and 5 of them I would like to read. So, so the first 5 books, or books that I have not read yet, and I would like to read these. So, the very first book, and I already learned how to put the pictures up there, so I'm gonna put the pictures up because I don't own most of these books. So, okay, so the first book is the 1900s, and a book that I found that was published in 1900 was The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, and my friend just gave me the book, so I will probably be reading that soon. It is by Frank L. Baum, and it was published in the 1900s, and I will put the little link up here. No, I have not read the book, but I've saw the movie many, many times. Every year, I think they post it on either Christmas or Easter, or Thanksgiving, I don't know. We always watch it on TV, so I've watched it many, many times. So, yeah, so I'd like to read that book. So, okay, so we're in the 1910s, and in 1913, this book called Pollyanna was published by Eleanor H. Porter, and I haven't read this yet, and I would like to read this one. It's about an 11-year-old girl, and that's all I want to know about it. And I'll put the link of the picture above. So now we're in the 1920s. And in the 1920s, there's a book, a very popular book that I have not read yet. It was published in 1925, and it also has a movie. It's The Great Gatsby, and I will put the picture of the book above. So in 1930s, there's another book. This book I have read. Now, I don't remember anything about the book. It's about the Civil War. It was published in 1936, and the book that I read was Gone with the Wind by Margaret Mitchell, and I'll put the link of the photo. Yes, I read that one. I really liked it back when I read it, but it's something I would probably reread one day, and I think I do own it on my classic shelf. The next book is the 1940s, and I read this one also, but I don't remember it. But I remember that it was a good book and that I enjoyed it, but I don't remember anything about it, and I do have it on my classic shelf, and I would like to reread it, and it was published in 1943. It's The Tree Grows in Brooklyn. So put the picture there. Okay, so we're back. We're in the 1950s. Now, this is when I started to read the books. So in 1955, but I just recently read this book. It was published in 1955. It's The Gift from the Sea by Anne Morrow Lindbergh. Sorry if I butcher her name. It's a nonfiction book. I'll put the link of the picture here. And this one was a really good story. I just recently read it in this year, 2016. So that's a 1950 book. All right, so in 1960s, this one I also read recently, and I also read it. This is my reread book. I read this back in high school, and it was published in 1961. It's To Kill a Mockingbird. I'll put the picture up here. It's a classical historical fiction. I read it by Harper Lee, and I read this back in high school, and I also read it in 2015. So now we're coming up to 1970, and here is my favorite book. I read this one in 1979. I might have read it in 1980, but it was published in 1979. It's Flowers in the Attic, and it's V.C. Andrews. That's my favorite book right there. And then in the 1980s, I just recently read this one. This book was published in 1983. It's Elena, the First Adventure by Tamara Pierce. I'll put the link here. It's a middle grade book. It's about a twin boy and a twin girl, and they go on an adventure. It was really good. I think I read this in 2015. 2015, last year. And now we're coming into the 1990s, and in 1990, this book was published in 1990. It's The Face on the Milk Carton by Carolyn B. Cooney. It's a picture of the book here. And this book was really, really good. It's about a girl who is living with a family, and she sees herself on the milk carton. And she goes, there's many books to this one, but I only read the first book. I think there's 4 books to this series, and I read the first book. So I read this back in 2014, I think. So, and that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this. So 5 books that I want to read or want to read again, and 5 books that I actually read recently. So yeah, so this was very interesting. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you have read any of the books that I did not read, please comment below, or if you read any of the books that I did read, comment below, and I will see you in another video. Bye!